Okay, so yeah, this is the time I got my gallbladder removed. So hello guys, welcome back to my channel. You know, in big 2026 I am trying to be consistent on YouTube, and then sometimes I might post on TikTok. If you do like my content, please like, comment and subscribe. So today is actually going to be a story time to, you know, why I got my gallbladder removed. What is a gallbladder and what does it do like in a body? So according to Google AI, the gallbladder is a small pear-shaped pouch-like organ located under the liver in the upper right abdomen. So just like around here. It stores and concentrates bile, a fat and digesting yellow-green fluid produced by the liver, and release it into the small intestine during the meal to help digest fatty food. So yeah, that's what the gallbladder does. As I don't want to keep repeating myself, it basically just, you know, help digest fatty foods. My problem is my gallbladder doesn't really work properly. Well, not like it doesn't work properly. It's because I have gallstones. That's why my gallbladder was giving me issues. And then again, according to Google AI, so basically gallstones is like the mixture of cholesterol stones, mostly yellow green pigment stones, and smaller dark stones. Just basically just a stone in the gallbladder. And my problem is like every time I'm eating like food, this particularly fatty food, the gallbladder kind of contracts. And then, you know, if that stone gets, and the stone sometimes can get stuck in the gallbladder bile thingamajiggy. Anyone that is a doctor or in the medical field, did I explain it right? I think I explained it okay. So the first attack that happened was around July 2024. And that time I was in Ghana. I made a TikTok video talking about, you know, how I end up in Ghana hospital. After like probably like an hour, it did not stop. I was having pains, but I wasn't having diarrhea. I just remember just having like this intense pain, and then after like 10 minutes it will stop, and then after like 10 minutes or even 20 minutes I'm having this pain. So it's just like in out, and it kind of started from my left side and started to spread into my belly button, and then after that it will just go to my back. And I think like, what is going on? Like I was having this pain, like I was trying to sleep, but it just wasn't working, because I thought it was dodgy watch it diet. I thought it was food poisoning that I had at the time, but looking back to it, I don't think it was food poisoning. It was gallbladder attacks, because obviously I will link below to like that story time. I basically said that, you know, every time like the pain will feel worse when I'm laying down, and then it will start around here, and then it will go to the back, and I would just be having a fever. I just genuinely wasn't feeling well. I also went to Ghana hospital. I was admitted. I stayed in the hospital for a few days. They did a scan, and one thing I made a mistake when they did the scan, when they did the auto scan to scan around my abdomen, like the one thing that it mentioned in the scan is that my gallbladder was enlarged or inflamed or something. I should have took a picture as I did to my GP doctor, but I don't know. I didn't know what it was, a gallbladder. Fast forward, after coming back from Ghana, I think like a month later, like August 2024, I started having that pain again, but I wasn't really having like a fever, all of that. I just started having like this sharp pain around my right side of my stomach. I didn't know what it was. And I went to A&E. Actually, at first I phoned 111, and then I went to A&E after that. So I went there, spent practically the whole night there, and then I don't know, the doctor, I don't know, I don't want to blame the doctor, but I feel like the doctor I don't feel like he took my I don't know what's the word. I don't think he took me that seriously, because I remember that he was just like pressing on my stomach, and then at that time, I don't know, maybe I was a bit gassy or stuff, I don't really know, but he was pressing, I was saying, yeah, it hurts there, it hurts there, and then he just said, yeah, it could be just constipation. And at that time, the pain kind of stopped, so I couldn't really complain and say that, no, the pain is there. So he said it's probably constipation, but I don't know. I just felt like it wasn't constipation. I felt like it was something else, like, because I've been constipated before, but this type of pain I was having, it didn't feel like it was constipation. Okay, so after that, let's say between, I don't know, September 2024 to all the way to let's say beginning of August 2025, I didn't experience any pain. I felt good, everything was alright. At that time, can I be honest, guys, at that time I wasn't really taking eating healthily serious at that point, because at that point in my life I was focusing on doing my dissertation for my master's, so I wasn't really eating healthy. I would be just eating late at night, I would be eating junk food. Yeah, I wasn't eating healthy. I didn't really go to the gym, and that's on me. So I remember like the last day of my deadline for my dissertation, I just remember I ordered a Domino pizza. Yeah, I ordered a Domino pizza. So throughout the whole summer, yeah, I didn't really take my health seriously, and I realized that, oof, yeah, I am gaining a bit of weight. I am getting a little bit big. So that's when I started to be like, you know what? I need to start exercise again. I need to start eating healthily again. Cool, bomb bash. And then around the 14th of August, that's when I had my second or third gallbladder attack. How did it even happen? I remember, obviously, at that time, a few weeks in, I was already exercising, already go to the gym and stuff. And I thought to myself, let's have a cheat day. You know, I've been eating clean for like, what, 2 weeks now? Let me have a cheat day. So I remember that I had Mackey's, like I had McDonald's. I don't know if it was a quarter pounder or a Big Mac meal. It was one of those two. And I remember having that, cool. And then, you know, got back home, you know, got ready for bed, and I remember just sleeping and waking up in so much pain, and I was just like, what is going on? Why am I having this pain? And the pain, it kind of reminded me of like Ghana. I think like, wait, that pain I remember, that was in Ghana. So it made me think that, no, I don't think that was food poisoning, because this pain, I had food poisoning before in the past, but this pain was really intense, and it was like starting here, and then it was going all the way to my back, and nothing was stopping it. I was taking painkillers, and that wasn't really working. So I just remember just phoning 111 and just like explaining the whole situation and stuff. And I said that it would be best for me to go to A&E, so to just check, you know, there's nothing serious like appendicitis or whatever. I just said, okay. I went to A&E. I just thought they're gonna make me wait for her, but this time they actually, you know, took some bloods, they put a cannula in. I never had a cannula in my life, but throughout this whole story time, I've been having too much cannulas in my arms, and I felt like I'm tired of them just poking me. But hey, this is just a foreshadowing. So yeah, I went there, took my bloods and stuff, waiting for ages. I met with the doctors. The doctor said that, you know, like my blood result, everything's fine. They did this Murphy test. Well, basically what a Murphy test is, like, you'd be laying down, and then like the doctors, whoever, is gonna be like checking, like press on your stomach, and then you're just gonna be breathing in and certain stuff. So when they were doing the Murphy test on me, every time like they were pressing on the right side of my stomach, I was feeling the pain. I was thinking like, this is really painful. And then the doctor saying that, yeah, it could be something to do with my gallbladder. It could be gallstone, but they're not sure. Like, they need to do a scan. And I'm thinking like, okay, cool. Maybe A&E, they're going to do a scan and stuff. No, this is the NHS, guys. This is the NHS. Unless if you're dying, they're not going to be doing any scan, because they already said that my blood was okay. We thank God for that. They said that I need to book a GP appointment so they can do the scan. I said, okay, cool. So got discharged from A&E, and then I booked a GP appointment, went to see my doctor, and then she did the Murphy test again, and then she said that, yeah, it could be like gallstones that I have, but they're not sure until they do the scan. And I said, okay, cool. Yep, just do the scan, see what it could be. If it is gallstones, then it is gallstones, but they can't really move to the next step. Like, yeah, they can't really move to the next step to see if it's gallstones. But the only advice they did say is that obviously just avoid eating like fatty food, greasy food, spicy food, all of that. And I said, yeah, that's fine. I've been eating healthily ever since. And then my GP prescribed me some like codeine and some describe it anti-sickness later until I'm jumping ahead. Like, yeah, she just prescribed me like some like codeine and stuff. But I'm just thinking in my head, okay, this is probably like maybe the last time I'm having that attack. I even forgot to say, my GP did book the scan, but at that time, when I was having had that first attack, it was in August. The scan was gonna be in December, and I think like, hey, December, you know. Okay, cool. At the time I just thought, okay, I just need to watch what I'm eating and just eat healthily, and like I could just wait till December. Or like, I don't think I'm gonna be having another attack. Like, no, like why would I have another attack? I think I'd be fine. I had another gallbladder attack. Guys, I had another gallbladder attack. I don't even know what it was. I felt like guys, I was eating healthily. I was eating really healthily. And then I just thought to myself, okay, let me just have fish and chips, okay? I was so naive. I just thought, let me just have fish and chips. I think I should be okay, guys. Because that time I was exercising, I was going to the gym. I was really generally being healthy. I was losing a bit of weight. Like, I thought, okay, this is fine. I had the fish and chips. Next thing, I woke up in the middle of the night in pain. And this time I was vomiting. And I was like, okay, they did say that if I start feeling really sick and vomiting to come back to A&E and stuff. So I went back to A&E, and then the only thing they really did is that they moved my my ultrasound scan a little bit forward, the ending of October. And guys, this we're still in August. I mean, it's not December, it's October. I guess it's a little bit nearby. So I thought, okay, maybe this time I should be okay. I should be fine. I shouldn't be having any more gallbladders attack. Like, I should be okay. I had another gallbladder attack, guys. I just thought I was actually being healthy, and this time it wasn't actually the middle of the night, because obviously as I'm saying the story, there's a little bit of a pattern. Like, every time I'm having a gallbladder attack, it's usually in the middle of the flipping night. Even in Ghana, when I was having a gallbladder attack, it's usually in the middle of the night. But this time, this was in the middle of the day. And my stomach was hurting. I was like, oh, why? At this time, I went to Haiti again through 111. And then I saw, like, obviously, I went to the A&E reception staff to refer me to, like, an urgent GP. Went to the urgent GP, and then they referred me back to A&E because they were worried that it could be appendicitis that I have. I kind of said to them, I don't think it's appendicitis, but they wanted to double check. And I said, okay, cool. I actually met with the surgeons and stuff. They checked my blood. They said my blood is fine, and, you know, it's not appendicitis. But the only thing they did say is that they are going to move the scan even more further. So it'll be wait till October. It said it could be within a few days. So I had the ultrasound on the 9th of September. The only thing, when I was having the scan, like, don't get me wrong, the people there were good and stuff, but the way the lady was pressing on my stomach, especially on the right side, she was proper pressing. I keep saying to her, madam, it hurts. She said that she just needs to keep, she needs to see it, and I'm not breathing properly. I was like, I am breathing properly, but you're just, the way you're pressing on my stomach, especially on that side where it hurts a lot. By the end of it, like, the lady said that, yeah, I have gallstones. And I asked her a question, said that, oh, how many, how big? She said that, oh, my doctor's gonna explain it and stuff. Okay, cool. I had a phone call with my daughter, and then they confirmed it, like, it was gallstones. Even though I already knew it was, she didn't tell me how many I have or whatever. Like, she didn't explain in the scan, and I was just like, okay. So the next thing they can really do is, like, I need to speak to a surgeon and see if they gonna, you know, remove my gallbladder or whatever. And I checked on my NHS app, and then on the NHS app, yeah, it said that for me to, like, I have an appointment to talk to the surgeon July 2026, guys. July 2026. At that time, it was what was it? It was September time. To even speak to a surgeon it's July 26th, and after speaking to them, who knows when the surgery is even gonna happen. So I'm thinking like, oh my gosh. So I'm basically living my life in limbo. It's like every time I'm eating food, I'm even scared to eat food. Like, it's frustrating because at that time, like, I'm even missing work. So I'm just thinking like, I don't want to be missing work and losing a bit of money because of this matter. So I remember I had another attack, but I think it was a flow up. I don't think it was that bad. And I went to like an urgent GP appointment. I went there, and at that time, like, the pain subsided. I'm saying the word wrong. Like, the pain is like, it's going. And I remember I met this like lady, like this GP lady, and first of all, like, she came with some weird energy. She came and just said, oh, what can I do? And I was just like, well, you know, I've been having pains, I've been having, you know, flow up, and I have gallstones, and I feel like it's not helping. And then she was just like, well, it's already been investigated. I was like, yeah, I know it's already been investigated, but it's affecting my life, it's affecting my work sometimes, and I end up going to A&E because of this problem. Like, I'm scared to eat certain food, it's affecting my life. And then she was like, you know, they can't really do anything until my eyes turn yellow. So like, one of the sign of like serious complication with gallstones is like, you know, you become jaundice. And I was like, what? And I had to say, well, that's not like, I don't even know, guys. I was really speechless at this point. She really said that I need to be life-threatening, like it's affecting my liver to the point that's when they want to take it serious, which is ridiculous. It's so sad that the NHS works like that. Like, prevention is better than cure, guys. It really is. So why are you waiting for someone to have serious problem before you treat it? Okay, cool. She said all of that. She done the Murphy test, and then she was saying that, oh, that side is tender. I was like, yeah, it is tender because I have gallstones, so it's gonna be quite tender. And the only thing she did is she didn't even prescribe me like medication. She just said try this different kind of medication and just get it from pharmacists. I just felt like it was a complete waste of time because she made me feel like I wasted her time coming for the GP appointment, but it wasn't even me that I wanted to see her. Like, it was. Anyway, guys, let's move on. First, I was having like really pain, and this time the ambulance came because like this pain was so unbearable. I was literally on the floor crying, and then yeah, they took me to A&E. Obviously, they put a cannula in my arms again, and yeah, this time they actually, every time they put cannula in my arms, like, then you usually don't put any medication, but this time they put medication. They gave me morphine, they gave me antisycotics, like, I was saying basa, like I just was not feeling good. And I met with the doctor again, and then the doctor said that they checked my blood again for the quintillion times. I said that, you know, my blood is good. Obviously, they're going to check if there was like complication, but, you know, glory to God, there wasn't any serious complications with my blood. And then they said that, oh, it could be what's that word? I can't remember the word, but I'll just put it on the screen here. Yeah, it could be that. So basically it means it's like when you have gallstones, like sometimes it gets stuck in the bile thing, and every time, you know, the gallbladder is like contracting, and that's why it's giving like the pains and stuff. And usually the pain will stop when the stone is rolling back. So, and the doctor actually print out my report, because like yeah, did I say, yeah, report, but okay. And then associated with vomiting, severe pain, 10 out of 10, bloods are normal. And then what they found out in the result is that I have a mobile gallbladder, and then it's messaged to 30 millimeters. So I have a gallbladder is 30 millimeters, guys, sitting. And if you look at what's it called, Google AI, gallbladder that is 30 millimeters, which I'm gonna get that up right now. Yeah, 30 millimeters or 3 centimeter gallbladder is considered large and carries a high risk of complications, guys. Of complication. Due to the size, it is generally considered dangerous and often requires surgical removal. So yeah, so that's what they found, and I thank the doctor for printing it out, because I even forgot to say the stories. Like previously when I have a gallbladder attack after having the scan, I was talking to the clinician on the phone, and he was just like, he read my report, my ultrasound report, and they said that, you know, I shouldn't really just leave it because it can lead to serious complication. I really need to get it sorted out. I was like, yeah, that's why I'm trying to get it sorted out, but they're saying July. Just talk to the doctors, the surgeons, July. So the surgery, I don't know when that surgery is going to happen. But yeah, now I'll go to the month of November. I would say the month of November has been a really good month. So without having any gallbladder attacks and going in and out of A&E, going to the GP. It felt like a really good month. That time I had my, what's it called? My graduation. You know, I lost a bit of weight. I just felt really good, and I thought to myself, okay, July is long, but I feel like if it's like this the whole month, I think I could do okay. I'd be alright. Obviously I need to be careful of eating the fatty food. Even eating like avocados, it was sometimes giving me like some flare-ups, so I had to like stop eating avocado, which is what it is. Even sometimes eating boiled eggs, sometimes I need to stop eating that. Like, it was a lot of like restriction of what I can eat and what I can't eat. So subconsciously it was in the back of my mind that I need to be careful, especially between my graduation time. Like, bro, I didn't eat a lot of food because I just didn't want to have a gallbladder attack during my graduation. But yeah, it didn't happen. Had a great graduation the month of November. Pretty blessed. When it the beginning of December, oh my god, out of all of the gallbladder attack that I had previously, by far this is the worst one. And it didn't happen for like 5 to 10 hours. This happened for multiple days, to the point that they actually moved my surgery. Like, I actually spoke to the I'm just full sorry. I actually spoke to them and they moved the surgery way forward because it was leading to complications. Okay, so I think it was around 3rd or 4th of December. I remember even like previously, before I even had an attack, I remember that I felt incredibly weak. And I think like, okay, maybe because I'm exercising, maybe I need to bring like more electrolytes, eat more banana, like potassium and stuff. And I had all of that, and I felt like, okay, cool, but I'm still feeling incredibly weak, guys. I don't know why I feel incredibly weak. So I just remember just like one evening, like I remember I drank water, and this is a new symptom because usually I know when I'm having a gallbladder attack, so because it starts like dull, it comes in waves, but this one was different. This one was different, guys. I remember I drank just a bit of water and I felt incredibly full after drinking that water. And it was weird because I was on a carried episode, so it wouldn't make sense for me to be full. I don't know why. I just remember I just felt incredibly full. And the next thing I know, I'm having intense pains, guys. Intense pains. And I think like, oh my gosh, not again. So I remember I took the codeine, the hospital, whatever, prescribed to me. Even though I don't like taking codeine, but in that pain, I'm taking the flipping codeine. Paracetamol, even the other medication, which I forgot the name. I think I put the screen up there where it just helps if the gallbladder is like giving like spasms or whatever. I took all of that. Bruh. It was not working at all. And then next thing I know, I'm throwing up. I'm feeling sick and I'm thinking like, what is going on? Why am I keep having these gallbladder attacks? Why is this keep happening to me? So I remember just like phoning 111 and I was still having this attack. And I just remember just saying to the I don't know, the operator, whoever, or one was like, bro, you need to send an ambulance because this pain is constant, it's too much, I can't. I remember I was crying and my mom was there. I remember just crying like, this is too much. They said they got a phone, what's it called, a clinician, they will get back to me. And I remember just saying to my mom, call the ambulance because this pain is too much, bro. And I remember phoning the ambulance and like they came after an hour and I remember just saying to my mom, like, I need a hot water bottle just to put, I just need something to release this pain because this pain wasn't going away. It wasn't going away. So, yeah, so the ambulance came. My mum was just laying in my bed with the whole water bottle, and then the lady was saying that, you know, there's too much water in the hot water bottle, it could be dangerous, it could leak out. So I was like, okay, cool. And then, yeah, they checked my blood, they checked everything, and then, yeah, they took me to hospital. they took me to hospital, and yes, obviously they put a camera in as usual, gave me some morphine and gave me some anti-sickness, whatever. And then obviously, actually, even I forgot about that. When the lady was actually putting the camera in and doing my blood test, this, did I say lady nurse? I don't know about this nurse, because I remember, guys, I was still feeling a bit like sick. I was feeling like weird about it, you know, whilst having the pain. And then the lady I was talking to, I don't know if she was tired on that day or whatever, but I would just keep complaining. I was like, oh, I'm feeling sick, I'm feeling dizzy and stuff. And then she just really ignored me. She's just like, yeah, you can go back to the waiting room. But I was even struggling to go back to the waiting room. I was like, yeah, just give me a second to get up, because I was still feeling quite dizzy and sick. So I remember I got home, and guys, the dizziness and the sickness was like still there. I was thinking to myself, oh my gosh, why am I still feeling sick? Usually when I have like a gallbladder attack and stuff, and after taking the morphine, I feel better. Obviously, morphine is not really a good thing to be always having, but sometimes when I'm having gallbladder attack, that's the only thing that usually helps. And I just think to myself, like, I don't want to live in limbo where I'm always going to A&E for them to give me morphine anti-sickness. Like, I'd rather not. But yeah, fast forward to like December, I was still, yeah, feeling crap. So I remember just getting myself like some food, because I was kind of forcing myself to eat because I lost my appetite. I didn't want to eat, but I feel like at the same time I was just thinking, like, if I don't eat anything, I'm gonna become very, very sick and very, very ill. So I remember I got myself like some jacket potatoes, some chicken and salad that I made the other day, and I had that, and I don't even remember if I finished eating all of it, guys. I don't remember, but I remember I had a bit. I had like quite a lot, and then next thing I know, guys, your girl was actually before. Next thing was like my belly was starting to feel quite bloated, which is weird because I literally just had jacket potato chicken salad. So how was my belly feeling bloated? But yeah, my stomach was feeling quite bloated. And the next thing I know, it's like I'm going to the toilet in and out, like I was having a lot of diarrhea. And then whilst I was in the toilet, like the diarrhea was coming to stop, so it's like I was seriously constipated. And then my gallbladder pain started again, where it started my belly boiling, and it went all the way to the back. And I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, not again, not again. And next thing I know, I vomited out all of the food I had. All of the jacket potato and everything, it was all out. I just felt incredibly sick. And you might be thinking to you guys, did I go to A&E? Because they said to me, like, if the pain is like really bad and I start throwing up and stuff, I should go to A&E because it could be an infection or stuff. Guys, it's because I was tired of going, because I literally went to A&E the other day. I didn't want to go to A&E again. So I kind of just femmed it. Even though I was still feeling sick, I just femmed it because I just didn't want to go to A&E again. To be real, I said to myself that I'm going to book a GP appointment. Instead of going to A&E. So I did. The next day I was still feeling basa. I still was feeling quite sick, and I booked a GP appointment, and then obviously I explained the whole situation, from sick and just came back from A&E, yada yada yada. Half an hour, the GP receptionist called me to say that, you know, they got appointment for me at 3 p.m. on that day. I don't know what's wrong with me, guys. Maybe because I was feeling really ill and feeling really weak. I kind of said to like the receptionist, like, is it possible to do on the phone because I'm just feeling weak. I think she haven't heard what I said. She thought that I was saying that, oh, I want to move to a different GP. She's like, oh, do you want to book in a different GP? I was like, no, I'm fine with that GP. It's just like I'm really weak. And she said that it would be, you know, safe for me to see a doctor in person rather than on the phone, which is okay, cool. I like that, you know, they're taking the health so seriously, the NHS. Or maybe I just have a really good GP or luck, or I don't know what it is. But okay, because most of the time, every time I'm booking a GP appointment, the most I have to wait is probably 2 weeks. The most is 2 weeks. And then sometimes it's either on the day or a week. And even with the week, it's because I'm working on the day. On the next day, they said I should come in, and I said, oh, I'm working, and then they're just doing it next week. So I feel like in that way, I'm feeling blessed that I'm having quick GP appointments throughout the whole GP appointment, except for that urgent GP appointment I went to with that lady. She was saying too much, but besides that, every GP appointment I went to, the doctors seemed like they care, and yeah, they're concerning. Anyway, with like my mom bought me a chicken sandwich. I was struggling to eat that because I was scared that I was gonna start throwing up again, and I lost my appetite. But I had the sandwich and it was completely fine. So I remember just like going there, and I felt incredibly weak. Even standing up, like my whole legs were shaking. I felt so weak going to the GP to the GP surgery. I went there, and I remember like the receptionist was talking to us. So I was waiting, and I was just like, nah, I need to sit down because the way I'm feeling, it's just feeling, I feel so basa, like everything felt light. I just didn't feel good. I felt like I was gonna pass out. So I just remember sitting there, and then there's like a machine where you can book yourself in. So I just did that instead of just standing there waiting for them to finish serving that person. Cool. I waited, and then I went to see my GP doctor. And then I remember like, obviously the casual things like, oh, what brought you here? And then obviously I explained that, oh, I was in A&E the other day, and then like yesterday I was throwing up, and then my stomach was hurting. I just generally don't feel good. I feel dizzy. And she said okay, and then she checked my report. She shared a report that I have like a 30mm gallstone in my gallbladder, and she gave compassion. She was just like, oh, that must hurt. And I was like, yeah, it hurts because it's like I can feel it, guys. Like I can feel it, and then every time someone press on it, it hurts. And then yeah, she did like the Murphy test and stuff, and she was like, yeah, this is really tender. I was like, yeah, it's very tender. And then yeah, she said that, oh, the only thing she can really do is give me like you know, painkillers, anti-sickness, and then she has to like write a letter or email to like to the surgeons to move it forward, because I explained to her that, you know, like for me to talk to the surgeon, it was July 2026, and that time it was December 2025. And then she would say that, yeah, it's quite long, and then obviously explain because, you know, the NHS and stuff. And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm not blaming like the doctors, the nurses, the surgeons. I really blame the government and the people high end that it caused this. But anyway, that's another story to talk about. But yeah, she said that she would get that right away. And I remember just saying to this doctors, like I keep saying to her, I just don't feel good. I just feel very dizzy. I feel weak. And then she was like, okay, she's gonna check my blood pressure. So when she checked my blood pressure, you know, I got my arms up, and then she's checking my blood pressure. Obviously, I can't with this top. I mean, with top, can I? Okay, the point is, yeah, I was wearing like a loose top, looser than this, and obviously she checked my blood pressure. She checked it once. She checked it again. And she checked it again. And she said my blood pressure is very low, and she's worried about my blood pressure. And I was saying to her, like, yeah, because I kind of thought it was my blood pressure, but I wasn't sure because I have been feeling quite sick and stuff. I told her I was feeling like this even before I was having the attacks that I was going to A&E and stuff. And then she said that, oh, that what did she say? She said that I think it would be good for me to go to hospital so they can deal with the blood pressure or put fluid back into me because she's worried about my blood pressure. And I was like, what? No, I didn't say what. Like, my eyebrows was raised. So I was like, really? She was like, yeah, she's really worried about my blood pressure. And she was asking me, like, when I was in A&E, did I check my blood pressure? And honestly, guys, I don't even remember. I said that maybe the ambulance people checked my blood pressure, but they didn't really mention it being high and low. Or maybe they did, but because I was in pain, I didn't really remember what that really said. And then she said that she wanted to make a few phone calls to, like, the A&E or the hospital too, just to find out more information about my blood pressure and, you know, possibly like going to hospital for them to put fluid back into me, basically. So yeah, I waited outside and stuff, and then after like a few minutes she called me back and she was like, yeah, you need to go hospital. So yeah, I need to go hospital because she's really worried about my blood pressure, and she said if they don't even deal with the gallbladder, she want them to at least deal with my blood pressure at the moment because it is very low. And then I guess maybe they did do my blood pressure there, I just didn't remember, and I guess they confirmed that my blood pressure was low there and it's still low now. So I remember like after that I felt even more dizzy and I felt more bright. I'm surprised I haven't passed out, guys. I'm surprised I haven't passed out because I've been feeling like this for like a few days now at a time. And it's not like, because I was drinking water with electrolytes, I was eating healthily, so it really it's a very confusion why my blood pressure was low. But I think it's the result, no, not everything, it's because I've been vomiting a lot and not keeping food inside me. That's why it caused my blood pressure to go low, due to what? Gallstones. So okay, cool. My dad picked me up from A&E and my dad picked me up from the GP because like I was actually laying on like, what do they call it? They call it like a dream room. Like my doctor took me to a dream room so I could just lay there, so I'm not like, you know, no, I'm not gonna be passing out. Okay, my dad picked me up, went to A&E, and then yeah, I went into like a different ward and stuff. Then I met with like the doctors there, and obviously at first I don't know if they wanted to send me home, but I was still feeling dizzy. And then I was saying to them that no, my doctor said I should come because like she's worried about my blood pressure, and they checked my blood pressure and they were like, yeah, yeah, you need to stay overnight. Yeah. And I didn't realize I was gonna stay overnight. I thought they were just gonna give me fluid. I was gonna take, I don't know, like an hour, then I go home by the hour, and then I could go home. But I'm like, no, I need to stay overnight. So, and then the most interesting thing is like, maybe because I was very like dehydrated and stuff, they couldn't find my vein. So it took like what, 3 nurses to find my flipping vein. At first they were trying to do it there, they couldn't find it there. They tried to do that, they couldn't find it there. And then one of them tried to like, I don't remember what it was, like they was trying to do it here, they couldn't find it. I think like, yeah, right here. This pain is paining me. And then eventually one nurse did find it. It was like, it was hiding, but it was able to find it. And then the nurse I was talking to, yeah, it was able to find it, but the other nurses that couldn't find it was saying that, oh, are you not drinking water? I was like, I am drinking water. I am drinking water. But even despite them drinking water, they just couldn't find my veins and stuff. And then after that, I found it. Yeah, I had some anti-sickness, and I was able to put fluid back on me. I stayed overnight, and yeah, before they discharged me, I actually met with the surgeons and the doctors, and then obviously they went through my report and stuff, and then they said that yeah, I need my gallbladder removed right away, and they said that it could, like, I probably have the surgery within like 4 weeks time. I was like, okay, cool. So like the doctor went through like the whole procedure. They made me sign some consent form to say that, oh, the procedure is going to be laparoscopic, meaning like, you know, they will put multiple holes in my stomach and then blow my belly like a balloon, and then, you know, grab it. It's less invasive. Oh my god, English. It's like, it's less intense rather than like, you know, do like a long cut and taking it out, and that would take like longer to recover and stuff. So they did it that way, so I have quicker time to recover. Okay, cool. And then obviously I just, because they didn't really say the date, they said 4 months time. So I was thinking like maybe I was going to have the surgery in January 2026 or something, because obviously that time was like December. So I just thought, okay, maybe that time. And I remember like coming back from work, I only worked in the morning, and then the hospital called me, and then they said they would like to offer me the surgery on the 29th of December. I was like, bruh, this is quick. And I was also sad at the same time, because I have to take them, you know, yeah, it had to take me like what? No, take them, I don't know what's the English word, but it's like, it's sad that, also I'm happy that they gave me the surgery, but at the same time it's sad that, you know, they gave me the surgery because like it was leading to like my blood pressure going low and making me feeling sick for them to actually give me the surgery. But fine, it's cool. I'm happy because I know, like, I've been looking online of a few people when they're having like gallbladder surgery stuff. Like sometimes some people be waiting like a year or two. So I feel very fortunate enough to have the surgery within 5 months. Feel very fortunate that I've had. Just big up to my GP doctor that really took me seriously and really said that, yeah, you need to go to hospital because I'm worried about she's worried about my blood pressure. So big ups to her. So yeah, so I was a bit nervous, guys. I don't know, guys, if I should make this into a part 2 because I feel like this video is quite long. Yeah, guys, I think I might make it into a part 2. So if you do like that kind of video, stay tuned for part 2, and I will talk about, you know, surgery day and my recovery. So if you do like that, like, comment and subscribe.